Well, hello, Faith family, and welcome to our final Sunday in June in the backyard here at the Manse. And I wanted to come to you first off with a very heavy announcement that for those who know Mountsburg, and actually I think several of you in Westover as well, Wayne Hutt passed away this week and has gone on to glory. But we want to lift up his widow, his wife, Gail, who is also in the hospital right now, knowing that this is obviously a huge blow to the family. So for those of you who know Wayne, know that he's been struggling with illness for many years now, decades actually. So I just ask that you pray for the whole Hutt family right now, their son especially, but also just lift Gail up in your prayers. We want to give thanks and praise that Sylvia, Alan and Peggy's daughter, has pulled through her emergency appendectomy. She had an emergency appendectomy this week, and thank you to those of you who are praying. We just sort of put it out through the prayer chain there, and things have gone well. So I have no doubt that Alan and Peggy will inform us as things are going along with her, but we just continue to pray for her recovery during this very, very scary time. So we're very thankful that this got handled in due course, and she's doing well. Now, to switch gears, I want to thank those of you who actually reached out and sent some really encouraging, positive messages about my colleague Terry LeBlanc's message from last time. And so this is part two. We introduced part one last Sunday, looking at his understanding of being an Indigenous Canadian, as well as a Christian, and how he found amazing ways to combine the two, and to enlighten us on how it is to be Indigenous in Canada as well as Christian. And of course, by the time you're watching this will be our last service before Canada Day. We will be celebrating Canada Day on July 1st. And as you're no doubt aware, in the media, there's been a lot of reticence about that. And this is not the service we're going to talk about that. Actually, we're going to talk about that next week. And yes, I will be doing the reflection next week. But I thought it was important to look into the second part of Terry's message as he explains to us Native American, and of course by American we also include Canada, but talking about the Americas, North and South, Native American Christian theology. And this is just such an incredible message, and I'm very excited to be able to use our technological age to introduce you to some ideas that maybe otherwise you wouldn't have heard. And if you heard them from me, they wouldn't be the same sort of thing. So I want you to keep this in the back of your mind, because a lot of these arguments about Canada Day and whether or not we should be celebrating it, and again, we'll talk about that next time. Whatever your thoughts are on that, it is important for us to recognize the truth, the historical reality. And I'm a historian of Canadian religion. The historical reality of the ways in which the church acted horrifically, demonically, evilly against the people who've been living here for generations before the first European settler ever set eyes upon the shores of what would become Canada. So the service this morning is brief. There's a beautiful and powerful hymn there. There's some quick prayers. I really draw your attention to the prayer list, because as you'll see in Terry's message, one of the integral parts of faith is that we don't do this as individuals. We do this as a community, which has been incredibly hard for the past, 16 months now. But I know we've all missed the community aspects of our faith. So I just invite you to take some time and listen to it. His message is a little bit longer than what we usually, even me, being as wordy as I am, it's a little bit longer than what we usually do, but just go through the prayers, listen to the music, and I hope that you are blessed by my colleague Terry LeBlanc's message about Native American Christian theology. Okay, my dear faith families, let's dig in.